Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are the XoneBros. This is podcast number 158. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been another fantastic week, another great week to be a gamer.
Oh, and it's good to talk about video games.
That
by
it
golly.
is. That it is.
Is it bad that I'm already like falling asleep?
No, that's why we bring our
I know,
our
I
kilo of juice.
Our kilo of powder.
Right there to wake you.
Wow.
Wake you right up. Thank you, everybody who's decided to join us in Beam. If you want to see us stream live every day of the week, but particularly on Fridays when the podcast is live, beam.pro/X1Bros is where you can hook up with us there. It's a good time. Sometimes we have polls, questions. It's just a great way to connect with everybody from the community. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, if he was a Planeteer, he would be Hart. It's Mr. McSpicy.
Oh,
Mark
that's
Haywood.
who I would be. Thank you, Silence.
So basically, you would have the most useless power out of all of us.
What are you talking about? Love? The power of love?
You could
Have
talk
you
to-
never seen Back to the Future?
You could talk to your monkey friend that sits on your shoulder.
But love is so strong, David.
Love is so-
It's like an ancient. All like fantasy novels talk about love being the ancient magic.
Oh, this is
You know what I mean?
true.
And I mean the power of love. you
Okay.
know. That's
But, I
that's
mean,
pretty strong.
The power of fire. You know.
Okay. in the immediate arena, fire would do a lot of damage. But I'm telling you, love can make bad guys turn good.
That again.
I mean, look at the Grinch.
Yes.
His heart grew 3 sizes.
So
that
apparently
year.
I accidentally tweeted out the live streaming here in our Discord channel in LFG. People were calling for me to be banned. I apologize. I was last minute in the stream.
Oh my
Everybody.
gosh, David!
Oh, it's just one of those days.
Oh, like, okay,
Nothing's
I'm
going right.
demodding you from that
Demodding
channel.
me.
David's gonna get demodded.
Second, he's big enough. He's a big enough nerd where he would wear a drinking hat while gaming, but draws the line at a fanny pack. It's Jordan the man, Jordan Paskett.
Hello.
How was your week, Jordan?
That was pretty good.
Would you wear a fanny pack,
Absolutely.
dude? X1Bros fanny packs.
That would be cool.
I know
Put
it's
it
a
on the
win-win.
shop.
We got to figure out how to. Who does fanny packs? We'll manufacture them.
I would wear one to the gym.
I would wear one everywhere.
You
Do you
wanna
know
know-
how convenient that is?
You want to know why? Because I could put my phone in it.
Fanny packs are pretty convenient.
Yeah.
We got to do that
Why
in
are they
sweatbands.
so shunned?
Why are they so shunned? Because they're a
Have
product
you,
of like.
Have you seen how they look?
Yeah.
They have like when you go traveling, they have the fanny pack that's for your money that goes inside your belt, around your waist, so you don't get robbed.
The internal fanny pack.
Yeah. When I'm going to Scotland, that's what I'm wearing.
Isn't that just like underwear?
You want to
though,
rob me? You got to
at
take
that
off my
point?
pants. That's basically.
And at that point, why
At
not?
that point, it'd be
And that's not happening unless I'm dead. So.
or very, very happy.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So you got to choose which one.
Either way, you got to work hard. It's not just your average thief. It's not going to get me. No
Oh
way.
man.
Next,
Oh, man.
don't worry, Visor fans. We're working on getting you equally as lame sweater vests. I'm X1. We are the XoneBros. Community play. We had one last week.
We did.
It was Titanfall 2. Everybody that came out had a great time. Mr. McSpicy, why don't you recap that for us? How was it?
I suck at Titanfall.
Titanfall 2, right?
Titanfall
Yes.
2,
Yeah,
yes.
why would you be playing the first one?
Yeah, we just played the first
I
one.
wasn't playing the
We
first
only
one.
play retro games.
Well, I was
Yeah.
thinking,
When I was playing Donkey Kong Country 3 with the community,
that would be cool.
that would be actually awesome. No, I loved it. We had a really good time. I bought the game specifically for this event this time. It was on sale because of the sale.
Yeah.
And I felt like a total noob though.
But-
you know the kinks when you get
Oh,
when
yeah.
you initially get a game.
Yeah.
I totally feel like Stan's dad on South Park and Make Love Not
Oh,
Warcraft,
yeah.
where he's like, how do you bring up the inventory screen? Control I. Yeah, all that stuff. Anyways, it was really fun. So
How was... Is it Firefight?
attrition.
Live fire.
Live
Is that the one
fire.
we're talking
I
about?
always
Yeah.
mess up. How did you like live fire? That's my favorite mode.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me what live fire
Live
is.
fire is 5v5, a flag in the middle.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that mode.
Yeah, the quick mode.
Yeah, that's a really
A
good mode.
minute? Is it a minute Or is it 2 minutes?
It's 1 minute.
It's 1 minute. that
1
you
minute,
have for the
5v5, one
match.
life, and whoever's holding the flag at the end wins.
Or kills
Or if
the,
everyone dies.
kills the other team.
Yeah.
So much fun. I love that mode. Titanfall 2, community play. Thank you everybody for showing up. It was a great time. Third Saturday of every month is our community plays. Come join us, and LFG goes up in the clubs on Xbox Live. If you haven't joined the club yet, XoneBros on Xbox Live, just search it and we will add you ASAP. Blogs. If you haven't checked out our blogs, go check out the blogs, XoneBros.com. We have great, fantastic writers, an awesome creative team. Go check them out. Share them everywhere you can. We are on Apple News, so if you're on Apple News, just go find us on Apple News. And it's a nice, convenient way to get the up-to-date X1Bros blog cast via your phone. It's a great time. Go check it out. Discord. You want to talk to us every day? You want to see what nonsense the X1Bros community is up to? Join us over in Discord. The invite, you have to be invited, okay? It's not a party that you can just show up to.
And by invite, you go to a link and press it.
Yeah. Just go to x1bros.com, click on the Discord banner that's in there, and you'll link right up.
Right up.
Right
Last-
up in there.
Last thing of news I got to go through or clean up house items.
The chores.
The chores, yes. The Scotland meetup.
Oh yeah.
If you
That's
have
coming
not,
up soon.
this is the last week for you to RSVP. We have had some of you RSVP. We just want to get a for sure number so we know who to expect, so we can get a great place to go. This is your last week to do it. We will be taking down the event. If you want to RSVP, it's on our Facebook page, X1Bros, facebook.com/X1Bros. Just click events, Scotland Meetup. If you're just interested and you're unsure, there's a button for that. It's called I'm Interested.
And unsure.
And if you're for sure coming, there's also a button for that. It's called I'm Coming.
Okay. There. That's
So
awesome.
make sure you click those. This is the last week you can do it. What we're going to do is take it down after this week, and I will be private messaging everybody where the X1Bros meetup in Scotland will be taking place. So make sure, again, I'm going to repeat this. Make sure you go RSVP on the event page.
Okay.
Where do I do that at, Mr. McSpicy?
Facebook, you go to that place.
Yes, that place where all the people are. That's,
Where all the people.
that's-
You know, the people on the internet. That's where you go.
That's where you are. And with that, let's get this show on the road. Jordan, tell me, what is happening in the world of Xbox One this week?
Well, first,
Yes.
the backward compatibility went under maintenance yesterday from 8 a.m. UTC until 10 a.m. UTC, which
Oh.
is 4 a.m. Eastern to 6 a.m. Eastern
Okay.
for those of us here
Yeah.
in America.
What was it for?
Just for backward compatibility. So the maintenance will impacted all 360 backward compatibility. They were just basically there's a little maintenance. You pop the hood, they check the oil,
Yeah, just
Made
tinker.
sure- yeah,
they
made sure
tighten a
the-
bolt there, loosen a
made
bolt
sure
there.
the washer's fluid was full and the spark plugs were
They're nice
not
and
corroded,
clean.
you know,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just-
yeah. They're just doing that.
Yep, pretty much basically just maintenance, which is good.
Yeah, that's always
More
good.
maintenance means better experience for us. Speaking of backward
Maintenance?
compatibility and maintenance,
Speaking of, what
Hold
were
on.
we talking
Yeah.
about? I already.
Jordan, I don't see the news. I think you created a new tab, didn't you, in your Evernote there?
no, I did create a new tab, but that's for something different. It's in there.
Jordan's running solo today.
I'm on X1 Bros News and it's not showing up. Is it on yours, Mr. McSpicy?
Oh, you're right. Because
You
something.
created a new
Yes,
tab.
I had to create a new one because it like
then you-
deleted
All
my
right,
other one.
let's just
And
wing
then
it. Let's just
Yeah,
go, man.
well,
Boom.
yeah.
Just go. Just
Dead
go, man.
Space 2 and Dead Space 3 are now available digitally on Xbox One
Yeah.
for
Okay,
backward
cool.
compatibility, which
Yeah.
is super cool.
That is so. Have you guys played the Dead Space games?
I played. No, that was Lost Planet. No, I
I
haven't.
played a little bit, but
Sure.
nothing that I can actually say that I played.
I know a lot of people love this game, and what they like about it, I know, is that, like, for instance, when you shoot a limb, the limb pops off of the, like, it's that kind of destruction. Like, if you shoot an alien's
And
leg,
it's
his
scary.
leg pops off, and it's super scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I hear the
That's
the battle.
probably why
in-
I didn't play so much.
yeah, but I hear the battling in Dead Space is amazing. The
Yeah.
fight mechanics
Yeah,
on point.
on very
Very exciting. It's coming back to
Yeah, Dead Space 2 and 3 now available for digital backward compatibility
Yeah.
on Xbox One, which is pretty awesome. ACA Neo Geo Alpha Mission 2 now available for Xbox One. This is that arcade company. They're just
Yeah.
bringing back the old classics.
Yes.
Lethal Legend, another classic or soon to
That's
be
a good name.
classic. I know it really is.
I want that to be my name.
Oh, Lethal League, Lethal Legend.
Oh,
Lethal
It's-
Weapon.
and-
Not
yeah,
as cool.
It's not as cool
Lethal-
anymore.
Lethal
Legend.
Legend was
They
a
should have
cool
called
name.
me on this
Lethal
one.
Legend. I think Lethal Weapon the best.
Yeah.
I'm
Lethal
too old.
Weapon's okay.
I'm getting too old for this.
Sorry, Lethal League is
It's
now
just
available.
been revoked.
Lethal League is now available for digital pre-order and
Yes.
download on the Xbox One, as well as Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One.
very nice.
And if you haven't seen the trailer, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. This is. I mean, I feel like this is a hardcore fighting game for the hardcore fighters out there.
Organic Avenger's so funny.
Don't encourage him.
I know,
he'll,
not-
he'll derail us all evening.
That line's so funny. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Focus.
So we got Marvel and Capcom now available for pre-order if you want it. The Walking Dead: A New Frontier Episode 4 now available for Xbox One. So be sure to pick up Episode 1. Siberia 3 now available for Xbox One. Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Now this is a book I would read. If this was a book, I'd read it.
It sounds
Just because
like-
of the
you know
title.
what? It sounds like
Romance
you
of the
would.
Three Kingdoms.
Sounds like the picture, the cover
And
would have
it's
a-
Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8.
So there's been 7 other amazing novels.
Romance is, yes, there's been 8 other romances.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Yes, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 is now available for Xbox. The Fame and Strategy Expansion Pack bundle is now available for Xbox One. This game, really, you guys should check it out because
It looks cool.
I had no idea what this was before,
Me either.
and then I saw the name. I was like, I don't know,
Okay.
that's something with that type of
I'm
name.
gonna
you just
click
gotta
on
have.
that link.
It's cool. So it's a strategy game, and it looks fun.
No, it looks like a ton of fun. It
Yeah, it
kind of
looks really
reminds me
fun.
of like Rome, Total War, but more.
But
like you're-
more romance and Asian.
Yeah. No, it does. It does look cool. It's definitely
More
a
romance
strategy.
than Asian.
Yeah, it's Asian themed. Yeah.
I like it.
Definitely a strategy RPG game
Yeah.
because you're building up your generals and stuff, and then you're going, you're taking huge troops into battle. Looks really cool. This just kind of came out of nowhere. I never saw this announced.
Yeah.
Never saw it anywhere. It looks really cool. I'm a little
think
jealous
it's-
that I didn't know about it sooner.
Yeah. I think has it been out for a little? I think it's been out for a little while.
It's on
coming-
Steam.
Yeah,
It's
just coming over.
it's coming over from the
coming
PC
over
to the Xbox One. Yeah.
so. This one, very fun game. Sniper. Well, I don't know. It looks fun, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 now available for Xbox One. Very cool.
Very cool.
It's like a modern day Sniper Elite.
I think it's what Ghost
okay.
Recon is supposed to be.
Okay.
Although it does get mixed reviews. But
Yeah.
it is sniping, and everybody has.
I think it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I'm tempted to pick it up, just because who doesn't like sniping stuff,
Amen.
right? You know, what do
So
you do?
it's $60, right? Full price game.
Oh yeah,
It is,
$60.
Yeah.
Usual price don't
For a
think
video
anything-
game. I know. I
Yeah,
was just
so-
verifying. Don't make fun of me.
I'm just teasing. But yes, it's $59.99 plus
Okay.
tax.
Okay.
Oh, tax! Jeez, man, we gotta talk about that.
What, tax?
Yeah,
Texas?
I'll
Are you
talk-
talking
Texas
about
is
City
in
Skylines?
No, I
Here's
just-
the trick in City Skylines. Put everyone at 12% and they won't complain.
Yeah, because once you get to 13, complaints start happening.
Yeah.
I don't care about those people. I downgrade their districts actually because they're complaining. I do. I'm not even kidding. I raised it to 15,
Good for you.
and the people that were complaining, well, first of all,
you
'cause
removed their smoke detectors, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
No, you know how you can set taxes. You know how you can set taxes per district.
Yeah.
I taxed the poor, and I let the rich off because I felt like they were just
Trickle
doing,
down economics
Yeah,
right there.
I felt like they were doing more for my cities. I was like, these guys are worth more to me. So it's bad.
It sounds like Tropico
There
is more the game for you.
There were riots
You're
in the
like-
streets.
you're
man.
like a
it was-
dictator
Were there
here.
really?
No. Well, I think probably. I
Because
mean,
my
there's-
city just has poo in the streets.
So like,
I can't figure out how to get it to
remember,
work.
You remember during like, so okay, I don't know how to explain it, but it just got bad. Like I had to withdraw my police station because
Exit strategy, huh?
So wait, what happened
was-
exactly?
I had all these districts, and I'm like, I want to be like a real town. This is going to be like South Central Los Angeles, the slums, you know.
Sure.
No offense if you live there.
No offense to our listeners in South
Yeah,
Central Los
sorry.
Angeles.
I apologize, but it's not. I wouldn't live there.
Well,
It scares me.
well, they probably wouldn't like you to live
Yeah, no, not with my tax rates.
there. Yeah.
So I figured, well, screw the people, right?
Hey, amen, right?
Thinking like a real politician right there.
Hey,
Screw them.
yeah, it's just I have these districts, and how I got the idea is we were watching Hunger Games, and I was like, that's actually pretty good. Like, let me do 12 districts. So the original idea was
13 got nuked.
Because I bought land. I was buying land. I should probably explain this during what we played this week. So should I save it?
No, go in.
Okay.
But you're already in, man.
So I bought the land, and I had these different. I mean, they weren't like separated by trains, but I had these different districts, and I progressively got them better as you got towards the nice part of town, right? So the last two, I only had like 4 instead of 12, right? But like the last ones, I raised taxes on everybody, and they got mad. And well, the reason is that district actually got mad first, and that's why I like lost it on them. I was like, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going through this, and you're complaining.
Everyone's going through it, and you're the ones complaining.
So
take out the police station. We're done.
That's when I went in, and I purposely raised their taxes specifically.
You're like, that's it.
Yeah,
You guys don't like what I'm doing? Taxes
and I
being
lowered
raised.
the anyway. I made a lot of money,
Good for you.
But your town was
But-
destroyed.
but I needed to build a police station in the nice area. And I was like, well, I don't want to spend another $40,000 on a police station. So you know how you can relocate?
You just
I
relocated.
relocated the police station in the bad area.
You know that costs money to do that.
Not as much as paying for a new one. Though.
That's
So
true,
That's
that's
why
true,
I
that's
was like,
true,
yeah.
okay.
So I had to withdraw the police, and they were mad.
If it
like-
gets really bad, to like the governor calling the National Guard or anything.
So
I don't know.
does that game? Because I've never had people really uncontent with me.
no, they're pretty upset. Like I think
Are there people in the streets?
think?
Does it show like
No,
protests?
no,
'Cause
no,
in
I
SimCity,
was-
protests do pop up.
that'd be
At
cool.
City
I
Hall.
haven't seen that yet, although I'm not really concerned about that district. So.
Yeah, screw them.
You're playing the wrong game. You need to play Tropico.
I know. I
where
think
you're
I
a
would do
dictator.
good. Maybe I'll move the clinic up to the new area too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of simulators,
remove
I should turn off their sewage for a while just to teach them a lesson.
They're gonna get like the bubonic plague.
Well,
yeah.
because I was playing it while my wife was watching Hunger Games, and you know how you can stream it on the laptop, so I was just spending quality time together.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Completely
and
understand.
Apparently, you're being commandeered here.
yeah, and anyway, that's what I just while I was building, because this is kind of like my fun city. I'm just like messing around with stuff, because I have
so
like
I would hate to see your serious city.
no,
then.
seriously, I don't mess around. I add more police. No, like I have, this is like I'm trying different designs and stuff. And like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you have your tester city.
Yeah.
So like, I have that, but I just keep playing with stuff. Like if it's a
Yeah.
bad design, I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it in there and see what they do. Why
Yeah.
not, right? So anyway, yeah, I have, and I just got the idea, like, hey, why not make it like the Hunger Games? And
Why
have
not
districts?
screw over, a good 15% of them, and then every 15%, just
Yeah.
get gradually better.
have you had your town get at all displeased with you? I feel like City Skylines. I think when you get into the later stages, that's probably where it's harder to keep up because your population's so big. But I've yet to have super displeased citizens.
I forget when I'm paused sometimes and I'm going in and spending like a half hour like doing roads and stuff.
Yeah.
I zoom out and like the whole place is on fire. I've had that happen before. Just like, oh my gosh.
What's happening? Do you have fire station or smoke detectors?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
We don't get there in time.
well, when I'm
Do
messing
you guys
with
feel
the
like
roads,
the fire
they can't
station
drive there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like the fire station doesn't really reply that fast? I feel like they're almost not worth it. Like just let the house burn.
Well, I know. All you got to do is bulldoze it later.
I know. Well, because I feel like I've watched the firefighters go there, and I feel like they take longer than they should.
Okay.
And anyway, that's
Yeah.
just-
So you know what you should do? You should just pull out all the firefighters.
yeah, maybe I just withdraw them too. You
Yeah.
know, why not?
Get all the smoke detectors out of there. Nuke them.
I would. I haven't like done any. I should like just do disasters on that section.
Do they have disasters?
So
in
I
this
know
game?
I know on the PC they do. They have tornado, they have tsunami, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think the tsunami is the best disaster that they have. If you've ever seen it on the PC, I don't know if they have it on. I haven't even tried to look for it.
Wasn't
on
it
the console.
DLC? I think it was a DLC.
It was on the PC, and I thought I don't know. I don't say I haven't even looked for it.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful
Yeah.
I can blow up my town.
Yeah, which would be great.
Moving on from Jordan's police state experience in City Skylines,
Yeah.
Jordan, don't ever run my city.
I
No,
should
you're,
play
you're
Tropico.
not too far behind, David.
My city's
But,
awesome.
But you're doing it with us like in a different. You're doing it on accident. Jordan's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, see, I'm not purposely, if sewer's
Well-
in your water where you fish.
My thought process is like, if you're going to complain, I'm going to give you something to complain about. You're going to complain about 15%. Now
You think
raise it up to 20.
Life sucks, then you die. Deal with it. You know.
No, see, I allocate my resources. That's what I do. I say
you definitely make the upper class, middle
yeah,
class,
I
lower
want,
class.
I want definitely. I want you to know that you're in the nice area of town.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, that's how
what
I
do.
originally started. And then,
And then
got
I
this
want you to know
district
that this is
idea
the
and-
gambling district,
Yeah.
strip clubs, whatnot.
Yeah.
And then this is the Fisherman's
course.
Wharf district,
You have a lot of trees as well.
That's my evergreen district.
I
Yeah.
saw you like for 30 minutes putting down trees.
Trees help with the sound,
Yeah,
though, which
that's
is why
my,
you put them there. Yeah.
That's my Desperate Housewives perfect
Suburbia.
Suburbia, yeah.
Very
okay.
cool.
Well, if you guys want to see what a real man city looks like, come on over to my town. It's about as uncreative and symmetrical as you could imagine.
Farming Simulator.
Yes, 15.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing news.
The complete edition now available for Xbox One. So
Yes,
if
it
you want to
is.
grab it, be sure to grab it.
Funny, the Barber brothers in our community play were telling us about they stayed up till like 2 a.m. farming with each other right
It's
before the
addicting.
community play on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like an addicting game.
Yeah.
Watching the grass grow, I believe, is exactly what they were doing.
Waiting for it. That
Waiting
harvest.
for it to grow. Harvest.
You got to get that harvest going. Valhalla Hills Definitive Edition now available for Xbox
Very
One.
nice.
Exciting one that a lot of
Outlast
people are
2.
excited for. Yeah, Outlast 2 now available for Xbox One. Be sure to check it out. Looks scary.
We played Outlast 1 together, and we don't do well with scary games.
And we never
So
played
there
it
we go.
again.
Never
I
played it
think that's
again.
how
no.
it
Dude,
went.
I screamed like a girl. Like I was so scared.
Micro Machines World Series is now available for digital pre-order on the Xbox One, as well as Human Fall Flat, now available for pre-order on the
Cool.
Xbox One. World to the West is also now available for pre-order, and Halo Definitive Edition. Oh, sorry, Halo Wars Definitive Edition. So if you bought Halo 2 or pre-ordered,
Sure.
you got it already, but now it's sold separately.
So now you can go and
So you
purchase
just
it.
get it if you want.
I don't know if I would if I was going to purchase Halo Wars Definitive Edition, I would just purchase Halo Wars 2.
Yeah. Well, for the story, maybe if you want to like.
That's
play
true
the story,
for the
you know,
campaign.
yeah.
I've never
Nolan
played the
North
campaign.
is the voice actor of one of them, and
good old
And-
Nolan,
and he's cool.
He is a cool
I
guy.
like him. I enjoy him. I think he's a good guy.
He's
He
a
is.
good dude, good friend.
This week's deals. We had some good ones. Sniper Elite 4. New game.
New game.
Fun game. Just so everybody knows, 25% off.
Oh baby,
That's very good. We also have Madden 17. It's about that time of the year
It is
where they're
about that
kind of
time
getting
of
ready
year.
for a new one.
yes.
Madden 17, 67% off.
If it were me, if you want it, grab it 67% off. If it were me, I'd grab EA Access and wait. In about a month, it will be on EA Access. FIFA 17 just went into EA Access, into the vault. Madden will be there soon, and then in August we'll get the new Madden 18. So
This one, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, 50% off.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually bought those.
You guys like those games? I never played them.
Yeah,
They're
they're fun.
so good.
They're fun.
They're so good.
I wish
Is it-
they'd make another one.
Is it Diablo-like
Yeah.
adventure mode?
It's imagine Diablo co-op and your powers like were synergized together.
Oh.
like you get a lot of benefits for using your powers together. Like if you're a Colossus and you threw Wolverine, you can throw Wolverine into them, and it's a
Sure.
multiplier and all that stuff.
Yeah, Silence just corrected me. I knew this. I'm sorry. Madden 17 is in the vault right now. It went in the vault back in February, I believe. So Madden 17 is in the vault. Just EA Access if you want to play Madden 17 instead of
It's $5
$5
to get like
month.
1 month.
45 games.
Yeah, it's
right?
$35 for the
yeah.
whole year, and I bet you at 67% off, you're paying $35
Yeah.
for the game.
Probably just
so
about,
That's
so.
what I would do, but
Another one I'm looking at, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 at 67% off. And then the Transformers Devastation at 60% off. Fall of Cybertron at 40% off. And Rise of the Dark Spark, 67 or 75% off.
very nice. Go grab those deals,
Yes.
baby.
Very
yeah,
cool.
Devastation's on sale, right?
Oh, they all are, man.
Yeah. Well, Devastation is our barber's favorite game.
Yeah.
Oh, Transformers.
Transformers
Yeah.
Devastation.
I hear it's good.
Yeah.
He was
It's like
tell-
old school. It's like 80s Transformers.
He was telling me about it.
Yeah.
I might have to jump on that.
He sent me a message and said I should get it. I haven't gotten it yet, but it's,
And now, is it
I'm eyeing
multiplayer?
I don't think so. But
Okay.
I have no idea. So I should have said I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto has made the news again. Last
Oh,
week they had
yes.
Tiny Racers. This week, with Tiny Racer, so Tiny Racers launched on April 25th, which was just a few days ago
Yes,
from
it
this
did.
point. If you log in now, Rockstar is giving away cash just for logging in for a limited time. Just log in. And
Yeah,
you
it's
got
a tax.
cash.
It's a tax return. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
You get your tax
Yeah.
returns. Mr. McSpicy was trying to do this the other day, live on his stream, getting the tax return from Grand Theft Auto. Were you successful? Do you know? You were having trouble.
I don't know how to get it.
You were standing in the shower waiting for someone to knock on your door and bring you literally in the game.
I probably showered for about 45 minutes.
But you don't. Did it ever show up? Did it pop onto your account? Anything? Nothing.
I didn't see anything, and I got disconnected twice.
So maybe you have to
That makes
connect.
sense.
Yeah, it is. It's Grand Theft Auto.
But if you jump in before the end of the week,
Yeah, before April 30th.
425,000, I believe, is what it is.
425K.
They'll throw into your account.
Okay.
Unless
Very
you're
cool.
stuck in the shower
And then,
loop that Mark was
speaking of Tiny Racers, we had probably one of the coolest DLC trailers I've ever seen for Forza Horizon 3. The new Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels DLC. Now you're thinking, oh, cool, you'll get to drive Hot Wheel cars. No. Well, yes, but no. You'll get to drive Hot Wheel cars, but actual Hot Wheel cars on actual Hot Wheel courses. So, like, those loop-de-loops and all that stuff
Oh,
you
yeah.
did? All in Forza Horizon 3.
Awesome.
Very cool. I think this is going to be one of my favorite. I really like Blizzard Mountain. I think I might like this one more when I get my hands on it and start playing.
Really? So, okay. We posted this on our Facebook page and got kind of mixed reviews. A lot of people excited saying this is what's going to throw me into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, the diehard Forza fans, said this is a little out of character for Forza, even though Forza 3 is the arcade version.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon
I think this
is the
is
arcade
more
version of Forza.
Like, if they put this in Forza 6 or, like, the main series Forza, I would have been like, oh, huh. But I think Forza Horizon is more that style of game.
And people were like, I could just get Grand Theft Auto, or I could get Trackmania,
What-
Turbo Trackmania.
Yeah.
Why get that? Why get? But when you watch the trailer, I am for this, because when you watch the trailer of the Hot Wheels Forza Horizon 3, it's not like either Grand Theft Auto. It still looks and feels like Forza. You're just playing Hot Wheels with Forza. If that makes sense, go watch the trailer and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You're
I'm really
still
excited for
driving like the Forza cars. It just has a different feel. Forza has a different feel, in even the arcade version of Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to those that are complaining, you don't have to get it.
No. I don't. I just think people.
You know what I mean?
I think just some people said this is a little. I don't know how I
okay.
feel about this being on Forza Horizon. You know,
Okay.
because Blizzard, even though it's arcade and you're doing like jumps over
It's
mountains
still
in the
very
snow,
real-ish.
it's still real-ish. Yeah.
More realistic, yeah. Anyway, Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels pack. Be sure to check, or Hot Wheels DLC.
I'm
Be sure to
excited
check
for
out.
it.
Yeah, me too.
Must buy in my opinion.
Injustice 2 introduced Brainiac. Well, I mean, introduced Brainiac to the game.
Yes, they did. Did
Very
you
cool.
watch this trailer?
I watched
I did.
them all.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Brainiac.
very cool.
He's a cool one.
His
I
special.
can't understand him when he talks. though.
No, he's
Who needs
Brainiac.
to? He's Brainiac.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
Smart,
needs
I
to?
can't understand smart people anyway.
When his spaceship comes over and just blows Superman away, you're like, whoa.
He's just
The
like,
little-
Brainiac
little
needs
head.
a difference. Yeah.
Why doesn't he use that like all the time?
He's Brainiac.
He can do what he wants, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just a Brainiac, you know?
That's,
what do you do?
you know what? I can't argue with that.
Prey demo opening hour is now available. Everyone should check this one out. It's a demo, so it's free. So why not?
Yeah, Mr.
You know?
McSpicy, you had a chance to play through the Prey demo. First impressions, thoughts?
It's excellent. I was not expecting. I haven't seen anything on this game since the E3 trailer, I believe. I was not expecting it to be what it is. I'm a huge Half-Life. I played Half-Life back in the day, years ago. I love that game. This gave me so much Half-Life, it felt Half-Life-y.
Okay.
And it felt that way in such a good way. I'm sure it was influenced by it. Very messes with your mind kind of a thing. From the intro, the music, and I'm only playing the demo. This game looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And the demo is the first hour of the game, basically, is what you're playing.
Sure.
And your mind breaks like 5 times because you're thrown. I don't want to spoil anything, but you think you're doing something, you're really not doing something else, and then you're really not doing something else. And at the same time, you're progressing an awesome story. There's level up systems. There's the weapons. I felt as though it felt, like I said, very Half-Life-y. I'm very excited about this game after playing the demo. Yeah, I had no idea it was going to be what it was.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, and I like it, I guess.
So does it have because it's a Bethesda game, does it
Yeah.
have the Bethesda feel, whether it be Fallout or Skyrim, or is it a whole new IP, even with the feel?
No, so it's the same guys that did Dishonored.
Okay, yes.
And So I have not leveled up my character enough to give you a good idea of what's possible in this game
Sure.
because I only played the first hour. But you can't. There's stealth. There's items. There's loot. There's crafting. There's abilities that you level up, and it's like you take Half-Life and then mix it with the Dishonored kind of system without the crappy cartoony look. I'm sorry, it's a great look, but
Sure.
I didn't like Dishonored's art style as much as other games. But that said, it feels fun. I had a good time. Within the first 15 minutes, I about crapped my pants 5 times because there's scary moments.
Really? Okay.
And I wasn't expecting
It's
it
a
to be.
suspenseful game.
It's suspenseful and it's a mind bend.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. You guys should go play the demo.
So-
It's free.
Very cool. That makes me excited for it because I've seen the trailers and it's like, I don't feel like the trailers did a good job of fully explaining what
There's
the game is.
It's like the Matrix.
yeah, yeah, back to the Matrix reference.
Back to the Matrix reference. I don't want to spoil anything because that was half the fun. What I really enjoy, I love how Bethesda and these guys do their intros, like credit sequences, because they build it into the game now. And I was impressed when you get you know how in
Grand Theft Auto does that.
yes,
Rockstar does
yeah,
that.
Rockstar does that. You know, in like Wolfenstein, when you start to climb the wall at the very beginning, and then the bass comes in, do 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 do. You
Yeah.
know those music, they
Sure.
intro that music. They have that in this game too, and it's just awesome. Like the whole thing. I can't wait to play the rest of the game because I don't know what to. I played an hour and my mind is broken like 5 times and it's scary. And the little creature. Oh, I won't. There's creatures in this
Yeah,
game.
well, that is that's not a spoiler. That's in all of the trailers.
Okay.
The little
The
black goop.
Yeah, the little black goop. They
Goopy.
remind me of those little guys on Half-Life 2. Like it's just awesome.
So let me ask you this, because this is a demo. This generation of consoles has seen very little demos. What we do see is betas or alphas, which kind of act like demos in a sense.
Yeah.
Open betas, open alphas. This demo has clearly sold you on the game.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better for developers to come out with a fully fleshed out demo, or are betas and alphas the way to go with demos?
Okay.
What is your opinion?
I'm
on
going
that?
to take this on 2 perspectives: the
Sure.
perspective of the developer and the perspective of the consumer.
Okay.
The developer, if your game is good, it works. A good game will sell because it's a good game
On a demo.
on a demo.
Sure.
Yeah, if good games sell, bad games don't.
Sure.
If you just wanna not lose all your money and totally screw over the gaming community, then you don't let them have a demo.
Okay.
And then you hype it up and
If
then
you're a bad
bail.
game.
If
Yeah.
you're a bad game and you bail, that sucks. Don't ever do that because we get screwed. On as far as the gamer side of things,
Sure.
so they have do it. If it's a good game, if it's a bad game, just screw us all over. That's how I would look at it as a business, which is unethical. But as a gamer, the demos show us whether the game is good
Sure.
or not. That's what a demo's for.
Yeah.
Whether not necessarily if it's good, if we'll like it.
So do you think that we should see more demos on this generation?
It helps.
Do you think it's a better way to
us.
go than alpha and betas?
Absolutely. I don't like the preview system. I don't like preview early access because unless they're free, then that's fine because you can't complain about free games. But if I'm paying $30 for H1Z1 that's broken for the first 2 years and then it gets released and it's still broken, or DayZ, you pay $20 for DayZ on PC mod, and they still haven't released the game.
Sure.
I think that's incredibly unethical to gamers, and they're making money off of us in a bad way.
Jordan.
So I don't like preview games at all. Demos are a way to feel and enjoy the game and give you a taste of it. It's like I like to think when I watch movies, I give it the 20-minute test.
Yeah.
If you're into it for 20 minutes, let's finish the movie. Demos are the same way. I think it helps us gamers.
Jordan, how about you? Demo? You want to see more demos on these consoles, or are you satisfied with the alpha beta direction that it seems to have been going?
I don't know. I think they're 2 different things. Like an alpha beta is to help the developer test and stuff
Sure.
like that. So on launch, servers are working properly. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
usually
that's
get
fine.
usually get a lot of multiplayer betas because that's what they want to test.
Sure.
right? Alphas and betas are just for testing purposes. Well, I mean, they're essentially demos, but they're just for testing purposes, and then they go away after a while.
Yeah.
Whereas a demo is always there, right? It's just strictly a demo. You play it, and then from that point, you choose to buy the game. So, I mean, I would like to see more demos of games, but I don't mind having the betas and stuff that we've had for some games, as long as it makes the final release. Because betas usually are free. You just got to try them out, or either just get accepted.
No,
into
yeah,
them.
and I'm not talking about betas. I'm talking about early access games.
Early access games?
Yeah, because betas are important.
Yeah.
They help the stress test the network, so we don't have Grand Theft Auto 5 still.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, for early access games, I think it's just hit and miss. Like DayZ, that sucked. Well, I mean, it sucks that it's not. Well, let's be honest. That game just is never going to come out.
I'm trying to think though. There was a
It
beta.
didn't suck, but it sucks that it's never coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a beta that came out recently that we were not impressed with, and then when we got the game, the full release of the game,
Doom multiplayer.
Doom
multiplayer,
multiplayer.
yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It did not feel
Well,
good.
that's what a
but-
beta's for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give your feedback, and then they make adjustments, right? Which made it feel better than the.
Sure.
I would say an
But-
early access game that kind of breaks this. I'm okay. Well, I'm okay with is Gigantic.
Gigantic.
That's an
Yeah.
excellent game.
Well, because what they're doing in a game like that, what they're doing is trying to find balance. Because those games, MOBAs, are all about
Yeah.
balance,
Yeah.
right?
So in a game like that and how they're doing that, I feel like that's okay because I'm not paying $30 to play it.
Well, it
Sure.
was free, right?
It's
For
free.
you,
Free to
yeah.
play.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Yeah, because
free to play.
you can, after you play it, choose to support them if you want and buy the founders pack.
Which you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and it just gives you the extra characters, skins,
So-
currency, stuff like
Yeah.
that, right? But
Yeah, that's a good way to do the preview.
Yeah.
So Organic Avengers in chat said demos are a crazy risk. I think if people want to taste, you watch a stream now.
Yeah, well, see, they're a risk because if your game's bad, it's not going to sell. I go back to the ethics of this. You want to hide it so they can't tell and
Yeah.
then make a buck. But demos prove if you're confident in it as a developer, as a game like Prey, they're confident that game's good. I
well,
played
they're
it.
at least confident in the first hour.
In the
so.
first hour, it's an excellent
Yeah.
game. So they got to sell. I'm going to be buying that game because I played the demo, and it's good. So
Yeah. And it's always a risk. Ghastly Magician says it works in reverse too. Dragon Age 2 demo he loved, but he didn't like the full game.
release,
So it
yeah.
does work in reverse because you can show like the best part of your game,
Yeah.
for instance, in a demo.
okay, well then you can mix the unethical part of this.
Anyways, I think overall we would like to see more demos. And I think the way EA Access does it good, if you're an EA Access member, you get 10 hours of the game,
Yeah.
right?
And then if you choose to buy it.
And that's kind of a demo, a way to do demos as well. It would be nice to see more of them on this, but I don't know. Well,
10 hours of a game, man, that's like you could beat the Call of Duty campaign twice.
Yeah, I think that's why they.
that's why EA doesn't have Call of Duty.
Well, and then remember that's why they. I guess bottlenecked Mass Effect because they didn't want you to get to a certain point. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and then they just limited how far you could get
Yeah,
in that.
yeah, but you could still play the full 10 hours just doing different stuff. So anyway, moving on. Stardock CEO Brad Wardell talked about Project Scorpio. According to him, Project Scorpio's 12 gigabyte of GDDR5 RAM
Sure.
means that for at least some years there will be no real technical limit for games on the platform. That's even considering the actual allocation available to developers, which is 8 gigs of the RAM, because 4
Yeah.
is saved for the. He also went on to say that that's just cool.
Yeah. Well, he basically said that it's
Yeah.
going to be future proof.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
for
which
a
is
while
really
now.
cool.
Oh, I think what's interesting about that is there a Stardock game on the Xbox? So Stardock.
Yeah,
is
they do Ashes of Singularity.
Sins of a Solar
Sins of a
Empire.
Solar
Those
Empire.
are my games. I love those games.
Those are
Bring
those are processor heavy games.
Those are
too.
processor heavy games. Sins of Solar Empire, you could run on. I had a netbook. You could run it on a netbook.
They
I was talking
optimized.
about
It was
Ashes of the Singularity.
Ashes in the
yeah.
Singularity is a processor hog too, but
They optimized the snot out of that game.
and it looked good everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was
you could
really
zoom
amazing.
in and still see all the ships.
Yeah,
fighting
and that's
everything.
where if you were on a crappy computer, when you zoomed in, it just wasn't as detailed, but it still looked cool zoomed out.
Yeah.
I love Stardock. I think that the CEO talking about the Scorpio in a positive way is a good omen for us. We will be getting those types of games, hopefully more on the consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very cool. So this next article, it's Phil Spencer kind of talking a little bit more about Scorpio, but mostly stuff we already know. I mean, we don't know the actual price, but a lot of people are kind of 500-ish area, right?
Yeah.
Talking about that. Talking about it, but what I like is he talks about basically like the leave no one behind type of thing, you know, I guess is what we'll call it. But he talks about Scorpio isn't exclusively a 4K proposition. You know what I mean? It has all the capability of 4K, and it can do all the 4K stuff you want. And if you're a 4K person, then that's what you want to go. But according to Microsoft, which we already knew, but I mean, I like that they're talking about it more. The console will make use of its improved rendering and processing power to improve the frame rate and general visuals performance of games, even when viewed at 1080p. So just like we kind of talked about a few weeks ago, old games, but like regular Xbox One games that were made for 1080p, I mean, they'll run better on the Scorpio, and the frame rates will be higher, and you know what I mean. It'll be an all around better improvement, even if you don't have the 4K display. Like for example, I don't have a 4K display; I have a 1080p, but I'm still going to get Project Scorpio, and my gaming experience will still be improved.
Yeah,
even on
It's
on the
interesting,
1080p
I think,
game.
that he came out and made this statement specifically. I don't know, was this in an interview or I saw this all over. This was all over Reddit.
Yeah, it was.
It shows me that they're trying. People aren't getting. There's either a misconception out there that it's a whole new console, or that it's not going to be able to play all games. Just think of it. It's not changing. Just it's an iteration coming. Upcoming. Project Scorpio will be able to play every Xbox game at whatever resolution of television that you have.
Yeah. Well, they talked about. It also talked about like dynamics. Like I think Halo 5 Guardians does dynamic scaling.
Yeah.
So basically, it scales. You're at 60 FPS, right? And how they maintain that 60 FPS is they dynamically scale the resolution. So in like low battle sequences, the resolution will scale up because it's not using as much power, right? In high intensity situations, it'll scale down just to maintain that 60 FPS.
Yeah.
They also talk about games like that on Project Scorpio because of the power behind it, right? I mean, they basically will probably just be running at 1080 the whole time because the dynamic uses the hardware, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since you got better hardware, you got better resolution, so therefore it's higher resolution,
Yeah.
So which I just think is cool, and I think
Basically, he says we're not going to leave anyone behind, and we have big balls.
yeah. And he doesn't even come out and say, he says, I think Scorpio is the console for the customer who wants the best version of the console games on their television, whether they have 1080p or a 4K television.
Yeah, okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you're still going to see improvements on 1080p. I mean, 1080p is not ugly looking by any means. I mean, it's
No.
still pretty crystal clear to me.
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah.
But I just, it's like, remember when Red Dead came out and people were like, did this game have like a graphics buff or something like that? It's because it's running on better hardware, so
Yeah.
the performance is better because it's just on better hardware, right? Obviously,
So when it was backwards compatible.
yeah,
I
exactly,
understand.
yeah, on the Xbox One.
And it looked excellent
Yeah.
on the Xbox One. Yeah.
They didn't do anything, but just because of the better hardware, you got better performance, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at games like the PlayStation 4 Pro, they came out with patches to kind of up the current games. Like, I mean, they upscaled them and stuff like that. But I mean, which I'm sure the same thing will happen for Project Scorpio. What I'm excited for is Mass Effect on the PlayStation 4 Pro. It does run in 4K and it does have the a little bit better stuff,
Consistency,
I guess,
frames?
if you want to
a
call
little
it.
bit better stuff.
Stuff, let's call it that
The
for now.
goods.
I mean,
The
it's got
goods are a
it's got
little bit better.
graphics are a little bit crisper. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it's a little bit crisper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited for Project Scorpio because we're probably, I mean, why would they not do that same update? Like, they'll just send out a patch like they did with the games on PlayStation 4 Pro. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. And yeah, don't worry if you have a 1080p TV because even if you have 1080p,
It'll still it'll still improve your game.
well, yeah. So like, even if the game is made native 4K, which games will be made native 4K because Project Scorpio can handle it, it'll super sample down to 1080p for those 1080p displays, right? So I mean, you're not
Absolutely.
going to lose anything.
The best analogy I've ever heard on this is by Steve
5590.
in chat. He said 1080p is like Jennifer Lawrence. 4K is like the leak pics of Jennifer Lawrence. Both look pretty good.
Yeah. That is a perfect analogy. Moving on.
Can I say I do have a crush on Jennifer Lawrence?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the fact that she could just murder fools like nobody's business in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Well, did she though?
Yeah, with that bow and arrow.
I know, but she kind of let everyone else do the work for her.
She is annoying with PETA.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of just like, honestly, sorry to go into this. She kind of just sat back and let everyone else do the work.
That's what a smart person does.
I know, but she did it ignorantly. She didn't mean to do that.
She won multiple times.
I know, but everyone was doing it for her behind her knowledge.
Regardless, I love Jennifer
I mean,
Lawrence.
she's great. She's great, and yes, you did great for the whole 13 colonies or however many there are. That's awesome. You did a great thing. However, there are a lot of people behind the scenes that should get credit, like the audio engineers of pop music. Okay,
K-pop?
Of K-pop, of any, the audio engineers don't get as much credit as they deserve.
They're the artists.
I'm telling you. Like Lady Gaga songs, they're if you like them or not, whatever. That audio engineer takes her stuff and pushes it to another level.
Yeah, she is a very talented singer, though, which
She
blows
is-
my
she-
mind.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it
'Cause you don't
because
expect it, yeah.
usually the audio engineer is the one making people
Yeah.
sound fantastic. Anyways,
Moving on.
Yeah. Halo 5 Big Team Battle gets more maps
Yes.
and some Halo 2 DLC released.
Oh, very nice.
New Halo, yeah, which is pretty cool. So, but the interesting Halo, so I mean, you got the new Halo. Yeah. Sorry, what am I
Theme?
talking about?
Halo
Yeah,
thing?
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Halo.
the Halo
Yeah, the thing. No, you got the assault mode, which is now playable, featuring battle rifles to start. And the new assault mode.
Sure.
You can try out, which
Yeah,
is pretty cool. The Halo news that I'm interested in is the next Halo story, which is the developers acknowledges the disconnect between marketing and the actual game. And
Interesting.
I agree with that because the marketing campaign behind Halo 5
where it was like the
Master Chief is
you're hunting,
rogue, yeah.
you're hunting Master Chief.
like yes, that kind of happened, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was not. It was.
It was
I mean,
not
I-
as
I-
drastic as they made it seem.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, like the whole hunt the truth thing. I mean, like it made it seem like, whoa, what's going on? And it wasn't.
Wasn't quite there.
Wasn't quite. I mean, the story was still good and it was interesting, but it definitely
it didn't- it-
wasn't. It didn't feel like. I mean,
So, okay, the trailers made
the
it-
whole hunt the truth thing, I feel doesn't really apply.
It didn't
I mean,
match
I guess
the story?
It does, but not in the way you think it would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a murder mystery.
So almost
way,
like
you know?
there was a disconnect
Yes.
between marketing and the actual
Yeah.
game.
So, which was interesting. But
At least they
no,
acknowledged
yeah,
it.
and
They're like, okay, yeah, kind of,
and Frank O'Connor came out and acknowledged the issue people had with Halo 5 story. When they came out, and this I find is funny because he understands that people wanted a more Master Chief centric story, right? Which makes sense because he's probably one of the most behind, him and
One of the
Nathan
greatest-
Drake and
and-
I know one of the and Marcus Phoenix. I mean, some of the greatest video game characters of all time, right? People
Yeah.
want them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But anyway, they had a statement, quote, rest assured that while the studio has received, or sorry, next quote, basically they've received your feedback is what they're saying. They're aware of our feedback.
Okay.
And they're aware that
I appreciate that.
we wanted more Master Chief.
So Ronan in chat says, I think they were acknowledging the fact that people wanted to play as Master Chief, but 80% of the game you played as Locke.
Yeah, which they talked about as well. But I do think the disconnect was there as well between the marketing and the story because it really wasn't.
So do you think Halo has lost its way with Halo 5, or it was just
No, I
not to
I
the
like
standard
Halo
that you
5.
wanted?
It's just
And this and we're speaking campaign here. We're not speaking multiplayer.
I mean, I understand what they're trying. What I think they should do is I think they should do offshoots like Halo Reach and stuff like that to
Okay.
introduce new characters.
Sure.
And I think you should keep the main title about Master Chief, right? Although I
Okay.
mean,
kind of
that's
like what Star Wars is doing.
So yeah, Rogue One.
yeah,
You
exactly.
want more
Yeah,
Rogue
yeah,
Ones?
yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, it's just when you look at the advertising, like Hunt the Truth, it was very like Locke versus Chief type of thing. And while there was a moment of Locke versus Chief, and Master Chief did what he does,
and he did it well.
and he did it well, and then he did it again twice.
It was amazing.
Yeah, no, just kidding. He only did it once, but it was like he did it twice. I don't know. I feel like the marketing was a little misleading. I mean, yes, what they marketed did happen in the game, but not as dramatically. Like when they were marketing
So,
it.
so do you feel that it lost its way, this Halo?
Well, I just feel
or-
that it kind of maybe they stepped too much. You know what I mean? Like I really like Halo 5, and I think it's the best iteration of gameplay in Halo so far,
Okay.
like the
The
multiplayer and
mechanics
everything.
and
Yeah,
everything? Uh-huh.
and I thought the story was good. Do I think it's the best story? I don't know. That's up for debate.
Mediocre
you know
story,
what I mean?
somewhere in the middle.
It's not the worst. It's not somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
You know, but and then the not being able to play as Matt. Although I do like Spartan Locke, right?
Sure.
But you do play as him and Osiris team, the majority. Whereas I think people
They want to when you play Halo, you
yeah
want to play
in
Master
the
Chief.
campaign. I mean, I feel like in campaigns when you get to this point, I don't think you're really catering for new people. You got to cater to the fan. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Because you're at Halo 5. A new guy's gonna come in and be like, he's probably not gonna understand some of it anyway. You know what I mean? I think you're really catering towards the hardcore fans doing when you're this far into a series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and not being able to play as Master Chief, because I always looked for when you were playing him in his levels. I was always looking forward to that because he's
Awesome.
he's just cool.
Yeah.
like you can't. He's just cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's just cool.
Like in Halo 4, when he tells his commanding officer no, you're just like, oh yeah. I played that. I watched that cutscene so many times. You didn't know what part I'm talking about?
No, I can't remember.
You guys,
In
we
Halo
played
4.
it. We played it. Yeah. What
when
part?
he told them to basically destroy AI or Cortana, and he took the chip out, and he was like, "Give me
I
that
can't-
AI," and
I
he was
can't
like,
remember
"No,
this.
sir," and you're like, "Oh, yeah."
I can't remember this.
And then Lasky comes in, he's like, "Oh, he
it's
kind
at
of
the very
breaks
end,
it up,
right?
Yeah. Well, what's awesome about it is.
I remember the bridge part.
Yeah, I think it happened right there, right on the bridge.
Oh, dude! See, Halo 4. A lot of people don't like Halo 4 because the gameplay was very Call of Duty-ish, which I totally understand and I agree. But the story there were so many awesome parts.
The story
like
was
when
good.
Dr. Halsey and Spartan Ops basically slams down on the Spartan 4s.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows Spartan 4s suck compared to the 2s, man. Like they can't handle it. But it was, I don't know. Anyway,
Moving on, Destiny,
yeah, maintenance next week. So if you can't play, don't be surprised.
just maintenance.
Yeah,
Really excited
maintenance.
for Destiny 2 coming out. Can't wait for that myself. That's
Yeah,
when that
I'm
is when
actually
I
really
will
excited for it.
jump back into Destiny. Overwatch has some big
Overwatch
news.
passes 30 million players, up from 25 million.
What do you
players.
think brought that additional 5
By the
million
way,
players?
man, if you haven't seen Jeff Kaplan's
IGN stuff.
IGN, that's hilarious.
What does he do?
So basically, he answers fan questions from
Okay.
IGN, and they're
You know,
all
like,
hilarious.
what
questions.
they do on the Tonight Show, they have the celebrities look at their tweets.
Yeah, like the
mean
mean
tweets?
tweets.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. He's just reading comments
So
on
there's-
IGN
and this-
comments about
So
the game.
first of all,
It's pretty
congratulations to Overwatch. That's amazing. 30 million players, up from 25.
What do
That's
you thi-
fantastic.
What do you
right?
think brought it up?
I think just the consistent support from the developers, the community, and they're always
there
giving
was
out
no
updates.
one thing that did it. Just kind
Well,
of.
I mean, they're always
exponential
coming
growth
out
on
with
itself.
patches. They're always coming out with new characters and stuff.
It's a good game.
It's a good game. I mean, they're
gotta-
always fine tuning it. And improving it.
Anytime a game comes out that on Twitch, for example, that's always in the top 3,
Sure.
regardless of time of day.
Yeah.
This game hit that, and the other one is Hearthstone.
Sure.
Two of the 3 Blizzard games. Anyways, any game that's up there, new people to Twitch, new people wanting to look at video games on YouTube, stuff like
It's
that.
like advertising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just good, and they see gameplay, they see people having fun with it. It's just
Well,
it's always gonna
congratulations to
grow.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
And-
The Kaplan videos,
And
though.
you should. First of all, they're hilarious because he's just a funny guy. But this one reminded me of one question he was asked. There was one question that said, 25 million copies. Yeah, right. I bet you barely sold 25, right? and Jeff Kaplan he was like, well, that's really not my department, so I honestly couldn't answer that.
This is
But
so
he
funny.
was like, but with my own personal money, he's like, not the free games that we get at work, but like my own personal money, I bought 3 copies, so I can at least tell you that we sold 3, and we're really proud of that at the office. Right? He's hilarious. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
The best. I did go watch him critique their
Oh,
gameplay.
that was hilarious.
He
And when he
watches-
said, the play of the game is my favorite part, he goes, if this is not play of the game, someone in Irvine's getting fired.
and it wasn't playing.
And he was like, oh my gosh. And he was like,
It's pretty good. It's a good.
yeah, he's just, I think, because my favorite expansion in World of Warcraft is the Lich King,
Sure.
and he was head over that that expansion. He was the lead director on that expansion, right?
Sure.
I mean, I just think he's got an incredible talent for designing games and knowing what people want and interacting with the game. I mean, I just think he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like he's just a nice
Well,
guy.
if you haven't had a chance, go watch his videos.
Yeah.
If you're not into Overwatch, just from a game development standpoint, to listen to the way he thinks about like things I've never considered. I know that that's how all game developers think that way.
But they're so open about it. He's so just
so
talks about
open,
it.
and just the way he thinks and the way he explains things, it's fascinating. I
It really is.
And I'm not a big Overwatch player. I think that's fascinating.
It is.
Astroneer, we
Astroneer,
played this
yeah.
game.
I love this game. So this is what we were kind of talking about earlier. Like I think there's hit and miss games with early access. I think this is a fantastic early access game. They're updating it, which is great. This is one of their new updates.
It would be nice
It's
if they just polished it and then released
cheaper.
it, and then I could buy it.
Well, yeah, but
Well, this is
I
the
like it.
official launch trailer.
No, this is the game preview launch trailer.
Oh, well, but it's been in game preview for a while.
Yeah, but they just came out with a big patch.
Oh, okay.
So they came out with a big patch. Basically fixes a lot of bugs that were there. Improved driving.
Like our
Yeah.
car just disappearing.
Improved driving mechanics.
Screwing Jordan's base over.
Yeah, basically.
That was that. They patched the screwing over Jordan bug.
Yeah, they saw that.
the Jordan patch.
Yeah. Driving mechanics have improved.
Okay.
Dynamite and explosion improvements.
Okay.
General performance improvements, which is great.
Astroneer is like Minecraft in space.
It really is. I love it.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot of fun.
really enjoy that game, and I'm excited after this one, the performance improvements, to jump back into multiplayer
Sure.
and play with people, because this game I just think is fantastic. They messed with the tool, the little carving tool.
okay.
You can now paint and do other different
Very
things and
nice.
stuff like that. So it's a really good patch for the game.
You think
so.
Astroneer is doing game preview correctly?
I do. I mean,
That's good.
Yeah, I think they're one of the only ones that's now, depending on how long it's in game preview. I think you should be in game preview for a year. No
more, no less.
No more. Yeah, I think that's a good game preview time, because you can consider a year is a good time to work on.
I'll
I think Arc is doing it wrong. I think a lot of games are doing it wrong.
Well, I don't think
and that's
if
just
you're
my
in game
opinion.
preview, you can come out with DLC.
Paid
That
DLC.
is it.
Nah,
You need to. Your
I'm
game needs
gonna
to be
say
full release.
if it's in game preview, it's got to be free. I don't care.
That,
No,
that's,
I
that's
don't.
a good way
I
to
don't
do
mind paying to get in game, because you're paying. Like, I could wait for this game to be
No.
released, but I don't mind paying to get in early.
No,
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that should
it.
exist.
Jordan,
Same
though,
thing-
comes from the MMO world, and especially with Kickstarters in the MMO world, you have access to the game before it comes
Yeah.
out, and but it's basically beta testing and
Yeah.
seeing how everything's
I
working
think
together.
I think that world where we pay for games before they're released, it cultures a lazy developer mindset.
Well, that's why you got to do it right. Like,
I
I
know,
think
but-
Astroneer's doing it right.
But it's allowing for I don't know.
No,
a
I don't
wrong
th-
way.
I don't
it's
think-
allowing for developers to go, hey, we don't really have to
I don't
polish
think
it that much.
I don't
Sure.
think game preview should be a full $60 price tag.
No, never should be.
Nope, and Astroneer's not. But I just
Well, the big thing with me,
honestly, I think Daisy ruined game preview.
well, the big thing with me is also Arc.
Arc, yeah, they shouldn't do
Arc,
that.
you should not be able to come out with a paid expansion, like you said. If your game is still in game preview, just release it as a full game release, and then it'll get a review as this is a really buggy game.
Yeah.
But I feel like by staying in game preview and then allowing a DLC, what you're doing is avoiding the ultimate reviews and complaints that your game is buggy.
what bothers
because no one's
me-
complaining that Arc is buggy. Everyone loves Arc and says because it is fun, but you ignore the bugs because you say, well, it's in game preview.
Well, what bothers me about DLC is, why are you working on DLC when you should be optimizing the game, which is what I feel like these developers for Astroneer are doing.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I don't mind paying money to get in early. I feel like I don't mind. Like, I did that with Battlefield. I've done that with other games, mostly
So
MMOs.
you're okay with
right?
bribes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like Albion Online.
Yeah,
The
you're
game
like
is-
you're going to a club and you're like, hey, let me in, or
Yeah. Well, there's
skip
this-
the line.
there's this new-
Well, but it's
there's this new
mutually
game.
beneficial.
Yeah, there's this new like, I don't mind testing games and because I give a lot of feedback. I've done it with Astroneers.
Well, not only
I've
that,
done it
but
with,
you're
you know,
helping.
like-
You're helping developers simultaneously.
Yeah. I mean, if it's done right. Like, if you take a game like Albion Online, which is coming out for the PC, I think next month.
Sure.
But if you buy like a Founders Pack, you can get in early, starting now.
Sure.
I don't mind paying. The game I think is going to be free to play when it comes out, but I don't mind supporting the developer paying $30 and getting in early. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Just
Like,
do it right. Just
Yeah,
don't
I just-
screw us over. When it comes,
I think game preview and early access on Steam is a very gray line, but I think some games do it right, and I think some games do it bad. Unfortunately, I think more games do it bad than they do it
That's
right.
the problem.
but, yeah.
It like I said, it creates a culture.
Well, I really think Daisy is the one that set the bad standard. I don't like what Daisy's doing, and they need to get out of.
so
game
if
preview.
McSpicy had his
Oh,
own
man.
console company, there would be no game previews on your
No,
console.
if you're going to do it, you're going to release it free. Call it a beta, call it what you will, but don't polish it first. What happened to the days of games being polished before they're I don't know. Like look at the Super Nintendo. You look at those games like Donkey Kong Country. You look at these games that they were limited with their tech and all that stuff, but at the same time, those games are flawless.
But this is true.
They're flawless.
This is true. But the argument against that, the devil's advocate would be that was a different time period where you had
a lot less complicated.
You had to because a lot less complicated. Number one, but you had to because there was no such thing as a patch afterwards.
Yeah, so if there was a bug in there,
if there was a bug,
like in Super Mario Kart,
that
where you
was
can,
it for
jump the
forever.
course. I mean,
right?
it was in
but
whereas now
it's just like, let's get our money now and maybe we'll fix it.
Yeah, but I don't feel.
And that's what separates a good developer from a bad developer.
Do you
right?
feel, for instance, because we're Xbox primarily, do you feel the majority of the preview games in Xbox are doing that? In-game preview?
Well, let's see. I've played Ark. Because I really have a hard time supporting games.
You played Ark. You played the one with the creepy masks.
Oh, yeah.
What is that
We
game
Happy
called?
Few.
We Happy Few. And I'm disappointed because I purchased that. I'm disappointed because the story was only like 3 hours and they say the story's going to come later.
Didn't they come out with a patch recently?
I haven't touched it since.
Sure.
Well, I think on game preview you got to keep up with it. Like, okay, they're releasing a patch next month to add
Yeah,
these
and
features
that's
this and you know what I mean?
I don't like that. That feels episodic in a bad way.
You can't like if you're buying game preview, you're literally a guinea pig. Like you can't go into game preview thinking I'm going to get the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got to go. Like for example, I knew Astroneers was going to be buggy, which it was, but I don't mind playing the bugs and giving the feedback and just testing the games early. I enjoy that alpha testing phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you definitely 100% cannot believe. You can't go into game preview thinking, okay, I'm getting the full game release. You know what I mean? You got to understand when you're buying game preview, you're not even buying a beta. In most cases, you're buying an alpha. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give feedback and such things, right?
It's a controversial issue.
It's
it is. It is.
Because
It is.
I get the fact, I remember when H1Z1 first came out, and we were so excited for it. We really were.
But it's still broken.
And it's still broken. They've released it, and it's still...
Is it? Have they? I don't understand if they have released it or not, though, because...
No, they have. It's been out
But
for
it's
a while.
still on the early access.
Well, they have
section.
two versions. They have the survival mode, and then they have the
No, I
King of
know,
the Kill.
but if you look at it, it's still early access, like on Steam, I thought.
I thought it was released. Hold on.
No, I think they released it, but then they said no, we're gonna keep it in early access.
Wait, we've pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, one of those.
I didn't mean to press the
I know it
the
has a
release button.
release date, but if you look on Steam,
Yeah, January... No.
but if you look on Steam, it's still early. It says early access when you're about to buy it.
I don't know. It's polarizing.
I'll look it up.
I think Gigantic is a perfect example of how to do it right. Do it free.
Yeah.
Well, that game's gonna be free when it comes out anyway.
Oh yeah, with the way that game is. the
Yeah, because how
microtransactions
it
and
works,
stuff.
Okay, I'm going to give my opinion, then we can move on from this
Okay.
topic. Because this
All right,
topic,
because your opinion's always right.
my opinion is always right.
Yeah,
my
okay, fair
opinion
enough.
is I don't care. I really don't. If it's a game that I want to play and it's in preview, I will buy it. And if the developer screws me, I will never buy a game from them again. If it's
but
in
it's hard. It's hard to
If it's
never.
a game I don't want to play in preview, then I'll just wait for it to come on full release.
It's hard to never buy it from that developer again because of the way the developer system moves back and forth from companies.
Yeah, no, true.
and Respawn Entertainment is just,
I mean, I enter game
which
preview.
is a good developer, by the way. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they're bad. at
I
any
enter
means.
game preview with a buyer beware mentality. So shame on me. I think if it's
Shame on
bad.
you once.
Shame on me once.
Yeah.
But
Well-
it is easier for me to jump in, to your point, if it's free. So my opinion, to sum it up, I just don't care. Either
All
way.
right.
Either way.
If you want to pull the trigger, you do.
You want
If
to pull the
don't,
trigger, do it. If you don't,
That's
more power to you.
Man, so
Yeah.
I don't
Just-
like
I mean,
it.
just-
He likes it. You don't give a damn.
Yes.
Yeah, that's usually how how the thing splits. I just when people talk about
Yeah.
preview, I just say don't expect a full game. You know what I mean? Because
However, I do not like DL. I think that
no, I don't think
that
you
is
should have
stupid.
paid-
You should never have
A
paid DLC,
paid DLC.
if your main game is not out of game preview. And I
Agreed.
blame Microsoft for allowing that to happen. I don't think that they should allow that to happen in their marketplace.
Well, I mean, but it happened everywhere. It
Yeah,
wasn't
and
just
Steam's marketplace. I mean,
No, I know that, but I think that Microsoft has to set the parameters of their marketplace as if you're going to be in game preview, here are the parameters.
Here's what's going to happen.
Here's the
though.
purpose of game preview.
If they do that and it goes live to Steam or other places where you can get this
Yeah,
game,
that's true.
then Microsoft's looks like the people are going to be pissed because I got this on the Xbox and I wanted to play it on the Xbox, so now I can't get the DLC. You know, they're in a tight spot regardless.
But Microsoft's big enough that you could force the developer, because Microsoft could say, "Well, blame the developer. I don't know what they're."
Can they say that though?
I don't know why they're trying to screw you.
Can they say
I
that?
would.
I don't think PR could actually say
I would.
that.
I
Well-
would say it. Phil could say it. Phil could say
How
it.
would he say it?
you'd get
He would
you'd get all the
say,
people that write
This
the
is what he would
Microsoft
say.
with the dollar
We're about the
symbol, which
gamers,
bothers
and this is not a pro gamer move, and that is why we've. not
Ah,
done
well,
this.
he would say it like
Yeah,
that.
see?
Okay. You know
I
what?
have
Once
just-
again, I'm wrong and you're right.
I have just channeled my inner Phil.
my inner Phil.
Moving on. Let's move on. Call of Duty trailer.
Yeah. Last story of the news, we got the Call of Duty trailer.
Well, before we get to the Call of Duty,
Well, let's
Duty
announce
trailer,
it. Call of Duty World War II was announced. It's coming out in November,
It was announced.
as expected.
It was
and
a reveal trailer.
and they did a reveal trailer, and
To high praise.
I think it looked really good.
Absolutely. Let's get our first impressions. If you haven't seen the Call of Duty reveal trailer, go watch it on YouTube, then come back and listen to us. Mr. McSpicy, what did you think of the Call of Duty reveal trailer? World War II. Going back.
Going back, I thought it was excellent. I watched it live on stream, and I remember the internet's funny. The internet's a funny place.
Sure.
'cause
Yeah, it is.
It's interesting, the ideas that people have. I remember, was it the stream? I don't know what it was. But they said that it was just a knockoff. The Call of Duty is just a knockoff of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Well,
was
that's
like-
where they got a lot of their influence from.
And I was like, well, Saving Private Ryan is a knockoff of World War II.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, that's the source material.
Sure.
No, I thought they did an excellent job at the trailer.
They didn't have the interns
The
do it this
engine
year.
looks really good.
They didn't have the interns do the trailer this year.
Yeah, they learned. That's funny. Battlefield.
Okay, sorry. Go on.
I really like some of the facial expressions. There's a scene where it looks like the band of brothers.
Sure.
You know, they're walking up slowly, which that tells me kind of maybe co-op kind of going on.
Oh,
Campaign
yeah.
co-op, they announced it.
Yeah, they-
Okay, so
campaign
I didn't
co-op,
see.
yeah.
I tend to.
I didn't see how many players, but
There was
didn't see.
5 people.
Maybe.
There were 5 people walking.
But it is
in the
campaign
grass.
co-op.
Excellent.
So-
I liked it. It looks fantastic. I like World War II. I think it's a fascinating era. I think it's an interesting way to do a video game. You have your old tech, kind of where new tech is starting to come in. Your sniper. You have a good set of weapons you can do, tanks,
Sure.
everything about it. I think it looks good too. I was excited about kind of the people you meet in the trailers and all that fun stuff. It looked good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Jordan, how about you? First thoughts, impressions. What did you think?
The
trailer,
I liked
reveal
it.
trailer.
I liked it too. I liked it enough where I think I'm actually going to buy it this year. So I was
Wow.
on the fence last year because I thought the campaign looked really good. I mean, I don't know how much I'll dive into multiplayer, but I thought the campaign of last year's looks pretty good.
Yeah.
After watching it, like watching people play it, it looks pretty cool. But I really want this one. It's just World War II,
Yeah, it's an interesting.
It seemed that they
time
got
period.
Yeah,
the
it's a
story
good era.
right.
You know what I mean?
So, funniest headline I saw was Call of Duty World War II has taught us one thing: people hate space.
Well, I don't think there's a problem with space because, Halo is very sci-fi, but that's Halo. You know what I mean?
I think
if you oversaturate it, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah. It was oversaturated, and you got to see a lot of particle problems in the trailer of the
Yeah, I
space
remember.
trailer.
Well-
and they announced at the end of that trailer, "Hey, buy this
yeah.
for an extra $20. We'll get you a game that's 15 years old."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
it's-
what pissed people
No,
off.
and I agree with you. I think the engine looks good. They call it the IW engine, and Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer all develop on it. So I'm assuming they're using the latest iteration
Like
of this
the
engine.
updated version.
Yeah, the latest
'Cause
iteration.
It did look very good.
It did look really good. I thought the environment looked good. The facial animations looked really good. It still had its Call of Duty moments, which is just your typical Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
action-packed moments. But I really liked it.
So
I thought it was good.
so
I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, Jordan. This convinced Jordan.
Yeah, but see,
And
I
we'll just get
I
it
just
for the
like
campaign.
and I'll dive into multiplayer, and they did show off Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies, you
So, I mean,
cannot
that's gonna
stay,
be fun.
you
You know
know?
what I mean? I don't know how hardcore I'll go into the multiplayer, but
Sure.
I really thought it looked good.
So
And
yes,
what I noticed in the
there
trailers,
was a long pause before
yeah,
you
sorry.
started.
What I noticed in the trailers, I think they heard me last year because when they showed off Infinite Warfare was last year's,
Sure,
right?
Yep.
And then Battlefield came out, the environment looked super dull in Infinite Warfare. It looked very stale,
Yeah.
and like it just didn't interact with the game as much, right? In this one, I feel like they purposely showed environmental scenes, which were probably, they're probably like pre-done cinematics. Who
Pre-rendered
cares? You know what I mean?
cinematics, yeah.
But at least like it felt more.
It felt very story based.
Yes,
for me.
it
And I
all
appreciate
flowed
that.
together.
Yeah.
The environment looked good with the gameplay because the environment's just not in a war game. It's not just going to stand there. It's immersive.
Well,
you know,
last year, let's be honest, they got their butts kicked with the Battlefield 1 trailers.
That's because they hired
That's
the
it.
interns.
And I think maybe they
That's what
they said, okay,
Battlefield said.
okay, let's step up. Yeah, that's what Battlefield
That's
said.
what Battlefield. That guy got in trouble for tweeting.
Yeah,
oh
that
yeah, I
out.
remember?
saw that. Yeah,
He's like,
and he had to
next
come out
time,
like,
don't use your interns to make a video.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, sorry.
And so I think
Then he got
I
rid of
think
it.
Sorry.
it's
I
not just
think
going
I-
back to World War II, but I think they said, okay, we're not king. We might be king of the hill, but we can be overtaken. Let's step up our game, and it shows. Is it enough to bring us all back, Jordan? It's enough for you.
Yeah,
I think it's enough for me.
Like I said, I think that that era is fascinating.
Don't
That
you-
historical era. So I mean, that's I thought they looked good. The Sarge looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta have a cool Sarge.
You
know,
you
but,
definitely
yeah.
do.
It's enough for me. I think I'm going to jump back in. Multiplayer really looks great. Like Mark, World War II, I find fascinating.
I heard a rumor.
Medal of Honor, though, it has a Medal of Honor feel, and it's that first scene, the beach scene, the Saving Private Ryan
Yeah.
scene, because Medal of Honor did that.
I heard a rumor that in the multiplayer they're gonna kind of go back to a class system. Now I'm not
I
sure.
don't
If, I'm not sure if this is true or not. I was kind of reading stuff, which I think would be kind of cool.
Class system, so you can't pre-build your own classes.
Well, I mean, you can still pre-build, customize, and do all that stuff. But I was watching a couple YouTube videos, and I don't know if this is just for campaign or for multiplayer, but they talked about when you get shot, your health is not going to regenerate.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. They talked about when you use your ammo, it's not going to regenerate either. So that's why people are thinking, well, like, oh, okay, so is there going to be maybe like a perk or a certain person that can drop ammo? You know what I mean, or stuff like, which I think would be pretty cool and refreshing to a I don't know how to say it.
To the Call of Duty crowd.
Yeah, I guess because I feel like the multiplayer is very the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good way to put it.
I just don't feel like there's enough iteration.
Okay, a lot
between games and
of
multiplayer, but
concerns came up on the internet. Not concerns, but especially Battlefield 1 fans saying Call of Duty is just copying Battlefield 1, even though we know,
How?
Call of Duty is
Well, you
produced
know, they-
in
they
40
may have,
doing
We're doing what the fans want. That's copying.
Yeah, is Call of Duty copying
It
Battlefield 1?
may-
Mr. McSpicy, let's start with you.
No, it's not. What is listening to your fans copying? Like, I don't understand. What we're talking about is how Battlefield's heard the fans say we want to go back to World War I.
Yeah.
And so they did. They made a game around it. Is that what they're referring? So Call of Duty went back to World War II because the fans wanted it. That's what they're referring. That's how they copied. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Battlefield people, really? Is that what this is? I mean, I have a lot of respect for you guys.
Copying maybe just going back. But like you said, listening to the fans.
Listening to your fans is not copying. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Back off. Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's
Slow it
step
down.
back. The game developer is listening to you and doing what you want. How is that a bad thing?
Perhaps Battlefield 1 fans are feeling threatened.
And I don't mean to generalize all Battlefield players. I'm one of them. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
It'll be great. We now have World War I, World War II. We're getting a history lesson. Both games. Jordan, agree, disagree?
I don't think they're caught because you got to remember. I mean, when you build a game, like Call of Duty's on a 3-year cycle now, so as soon as they release, or Sledgehammer does this one, right? So I mean, they've been working on this for 3 years. Usually, you have a concept and then you go forward with that concept, right? So I mean, I'm sure pretty early on they decided World War II.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Now-
they decided 3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Essentially. Or-
2.5.
or
You know,
further- or
you know,
further
yeah. I
back,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know how their
It was
process works, but
probably on the
thing
grease
in,
board in the conference room a long time ago.
the thing in games is you can't just go like, oh, that guy came out with that. We're releasing in 3 months. Let's completely change everything. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't. It's really hard to do that. Now, they might have. I mean, I guess it's plausible that they might have saw Battlefield last year and they're like, oh crap, we're still in Mars. You know, maybe reskin a couple things. You know, I guess that is possible, but that's very highly unlikely. You know what I mean? I think it's been in development for a while. I don't think they're copying. I like that they're going back to World War II.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's too many sci-fi shooters out there. We
I agree.
need to
It's nice to
step
take
back
a
little
step
bit.
back and try something a little simpler, maybe. Great news week. Absolutely exciting. Lots of stuff happening. Even before E3. E3 is not too far away.
It's close. It's
Yeah,
just
and
around
at
the corner.
E3 we will get a demo of the new Call of Duty.
Yes, we are 4. For those of you watching live, thank you. If you want to join us live every week, beam.pro/XoneBros. We are 4 subscribers away, 4 followers away from 500.
Oh, yes.
We are going to reach our
Neat,
goal of
man.
500 probably by the end of this episode. If you haven't followed us, come follow us on Beam. You can watch the show live. We have a special treat for you this week. Andrew from the Level Up Network podcast and YouTube channel sat down with us for an interview. And that is what is happening during our discussion segment. Here we go. Okay, for those of you watching live on the podcast, the audio from the interview will be inserted right here. So go listen to the podcast, of course, and then we will come right back. It's at the 1:32 minute mark.
Yeah, can you write that down? Or
Got
put
it.
it in notes.
Got it.
Yeah, so this is not going to be on the show.
It's not
Hey,
gonna be on the
everybody,
show.
we're
This is behind the
we're
scenes.
live.
This is what you get when you're live. Andrew from the Level Up Network was here. It's a fantastic interview. Go take a look, take a
it
listen.
out.
It
Come
would
back
be
and
awesome.
So
download
check
the
this out. See,
podcast.
when you go to Steam, it's still calling it early access.
I don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't understand. Whatever.
Let me write down.
And it's
this
still
stuff.
broke.
And we're gonna come back. Let's be quiet for a minute so we can see the break.
Okay.
And we're back. Thank you so much, Andrew, for being on the show. Go check them out. The Level Up Network. They are awesome. Super fun guys. Super fun community. They do movie reviews, comic books, yada yada yada. Which, yada yada yada. Which is awesome. Pop culture reference. Right
I
there.
know,
You know,
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, baby. Go check them out today, which brings us to the last portion of our show.
Listen.
This is the portion of the show where we talk about what we've been up to and what we've been playing. Mr. McSpicy, what were you up to this week?
Oh man, I'm always caught off guard on this. I did play Prey. We talked about that. I love that game. I thoroughly enjoyed every part of it. It scared me. I got scared.
Scared you?
My butt was clenched.
Oh, man, that is a scary time.
I know. Woo.
If you've seen Mr. McSpicy's butt, you don't want
know.
to see that thing clenched.
I know. What?
I don't know.
What did you?
I'm winging it here. I don't know.
I also played City Skylines. I'm at around 12,000 people now in my main city.
Very nice.
So I'm dealing with
What are some issues you're dealing with in your city here? City management.
not too much, except everyone's dying now.
The age.
Yeah.
I have 3 cemeteries.
You have 3. Well,
3 of them.
I don't
am-
have a lot of people dying, but they're not getting picked up. And I keep getting these messages up top saying,
So when you put down a cemetery, so they do technically, even your fire departments go through the whole city. They just take their time in doing so. When you put down a cemetery, just like you do with a school and everything, it will have the green lines
Yeah,
of
yeah.
what it covers. So if you only have one for your whole city, they eventually pick you up, but it takes a long time.
it's in the center of the city. My big problem is the garbage, though. That's bigger than anything.
Yeah, you were saying that.
I'm telling you guys, you got to do the district system. You just put it all. That's where all my landfills are.
So I've not had the problem.
Yeah, that's what.
You had a problem getting your incinerator working.
Well, yeah, so I
You
think
had
I
to check
figured that
your
out. Your
incinerator.
incinerator can only handle so much garbage.
Yeah.
And it actually, I feel like it takes less, even though you get 27 trucks with that versus the 15 from the garbage,
Sure.
fields. They just don't burn as fast as much garbage as you'd think for $30,000. And the fields of garbage they only cost $4,000. So just make more of those.
Well, so here's
That's
what
what I
here's
do.
here. So here's what I do. I have 3 landfills, 1 incinerator, and all I do is rotate. So I go, when one is full, I go move 1, and when I put move, they're moving it to the incinerator. They're not moving it to other landfills. So maybe that's what you got to do. I don't know.
They are now. We'll see. The incinerator was just overloaded. It couldn't.
Oh, I see.
It can only burn a limited amount of garbage.
Yeah, no, it can't.
So you need, like, in my city, you need a lot of incinerators or a lot of garbage.
So not even close
landfills.
to end game. Still liking it. Still loving it.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Still a must buy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great game.
Very nice.
a
Anything
great
else
game.
you played?
I played Overwatch. Great game. We don't want to talk about it because everyone hates it when I talk about Overwatch.
Apparently, we talk about it all the time.
But-
Even though, in all fairness, let me respond to the critics out there
Yeah.
who say we talk about Overwatch all the time. We're going to talk about it every episode because you play it every week.
I'm sorry. I
And
mean,
and the one, and the
there's
one,
30 million people that play that game now.
and the one, we did used to get that criticism of Destiny, but it was also when we were playing it all the
Yeah.
time. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, go ahead.
So I played Overwatch. I played Grand Theft Auto 5. I
Oh,
showered in
you
there.
did shower, and you didn't get your tax refund.
I
What the
wanted
heck?
my $425,000, and I don't think I got it. I got disconnected. I don't know. It's hard to play that game. And I also played PlanetBase, a new game that's coming out.
That's right, and we have not talked about PlanetBase. Explain PlanetBase. What kind of game is it? And real quick, what do you think of it?
Real quick, it's like a Mars sim XCOM, but not XCOM, just the XCOM mini game. I'm doing a terrible job at explaining this. It's you build. It's a survival sim, sci-fi builder
On Mars.
on Mars
Or
or
some planet.
Some planet. RS-73-6 planet. It's a very difficult. You take the sim game, make it survival, and make it really challenging. And like with my City Skylines game, if my plumbing isn't working and everything's getting backed up, people just go, help.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ticked at our mayor. Or
In PlanetBase.
in PlanetBase, everyone dies
Yeah. And then the game starts over.
and
then
you're
you're
done.
done.
So the point of the game in this is to keep your astronauts alive.
Keep your astronauts alive. Yeah, that's the goal. So it's very much more survival. I enjoyed it. I think it's more niche than even City Skylines.
Sure.
So I would say check out the game, look at it. It's been out on PC for a bit. It's now coming to Xbox. I think it's a great game if that's what you like.
Sure.
It's very hard, but I think it's challenging in a decently fun way. Yeah,
Absolutely. Anything else?
that's it. That's what I
That
played.
is it. Jordan, how about you? What'd you play this week?
Well, I played a little bit of Overwatch as well, and I played City Skylines, which
Yes.
I already talked about. I have my whole district system in one of my cities.
PlanetBase?
Played PlanetBase. I like that game.
Yeah.
I think it's The Sims meets SimCity
With-
survival.
With
Yeah.
death.
Yeah. So.
You screw up.
Well, and you can
have
have
to be-
death in The Sims too. I mean, the guy.
but
comes
not
and
like
takes
this.
it. Yeah,
This is
they
like
just
somebody
die.
forgets to hit that switch, everyone's massacred.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't build something when you need to build it, you're done.
It's over. Game over.
That-
What else did you play, Jordan?
Well, I feel like I played something else. I did.
You played Overwatch with
I
me.
played.
Peter,
I did-
go ahead and talk about Overwatch.
No, I play. I played Overwatch. It was a good time.
We played together.
I played City Skylines. I played PlanetBase, and the other one I played was Heroes of the Storm on the PC.
Oh,
I played
very
a lot of
nice.
that. But no, I really liked PlanetBase. PlanetBase.
So let me ask you this. So I was sitting playing City Skylines. We were all in party chat. When I left, I told Nick Spicy, well, it was nice listening to you guys get angry in this game. Do you experience that more or less in Overwatch than you did when you first started playing?
Probably.
That's hard.
I don't know.
Because I think,
Well-
I think everybody has those games. So for instance, Halo Wars right now is that for me. Like I can get very frustrated in that game because I'm trying to rank up. You guys, it's Overwatch.
It's the games you competitively
I
care
think it's
about.
just
Yeah.
like it's just that ranked mode is what gets you because you know it's competitive. You know it's
You
going
know it
against
counts.
your record. Yeah, like it's the real deal.
How are playing with other players at this point in time? Like, are more people more experienced? So you work to
Yes,
better
and
as a team?
Yes and no. I would say yes. People complain less about certain characters. I always found that fascinating.
Sure.
That people would complain about certain characters.
I find it funny when like people message you to tell you how bad you are at that character.
They
It's
take-
like,
yeah,
why are you like
they
taking
took the time.
Like,
What's funny is I get called bad when I have 4 gold medals and I've been on fire the entire match.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's no like spectator
So
mode.
has that improved though, or with the length of the game as people become more familiar with it, or not?
I would say there's less of it but I think you get it's the rank from like 1800 to 2400
Where you get that?
is where you get the people that it's not their fault. Heaven forbid you're not good or heaven it's
It's everyone else's fault.
and then there's a gray area, but just above that and beyond, even though you still get trickling in, it's a lot less. It's people that I feel as though they're trying to understand things. They have a mindset of it's my fault, not their fault. Which that's how you become better at that
Sure.
game or any other game.
Sure, absolutely.
Would,
good.
would you say that, Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
And then you randomly just get people that don't understand how to play, and
Sure.
that's just. I
You
tend to
knew.
just go, yeah, whatever. That's just how it is.
Sure.
It's just
because I
unlucky.
remember when I jumped into Heroes of the Storm, I got raped on that chat in Heroes of the Storm because I didn't know how to play.
yeah, it was your
Here's for those new to Heroes of the Storm, great game. Turn chat off. I'm telling
it
you,
was really bad.
any
And
MOBA.
finally, I typed in. I was like, "Guys, I'm new," and someone piped up and was like, "Oh, sorry."
any MOBA
MOBA,
is
right.
dangerous to have chat. Just open chat open.
Dota 2 has voice chat, and I don't know whose idea that was, but that is the worst idea. That was probably an intern. Like, that had to be an intern. Who puts voice chat in a that's just a bad idea. I don't know why you
Yeah, because if you're playing as a team, you're playing on Discord or Skype or whatever.
When you put a team chat, that's so bad. I've been in the Dota team chats.
Anything else you played,
Yeah.
Jordan?
No, it's pretty much just those 3 games. I really like PlanetBase. I really like City Skylines, especially with my new district system.
Yeah.
And I really like Overwatch.
I play PlanetBase as well. I'll tell you, I think you'll like this game if you like strategic puzzlers with a building aspect. I think that is who it appeals to. If you're debating on whether to get City Skylines, but it doesn't look like it's for you, take a look at PlanetBase. It might be more up your alley. I liked it, but it's not for everyone. That's for sure. I played City Skylines. I'm loving that game. What I like about the game is going from watching Mark playing and then seeing how I play. And unlike other games, for instance, let's say you take Halo, right? Or you take Halo Wars, or you take any multiplayer game, or there is a right way to play and a wrong way to play. In Skylines, it's free. There is no... Mark enjoys being super efficient. I don't care.
You could care less.
I could care less, and and both ways bring complete satisfaction, and that's what I love about City Skylines. It's anybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
It really
and
is.
I like
You can do whatever
cringe
you want.
when I watch you play, when I watch you stream it, it hurts.
Yeah,
Because you're like, let's put this road. Yeah, we'll come back to it.
yeah. That's well, and see, I enjoy that. I enjoy because you like, okay, if I get it 5 by 5,
I have to
that gives
count
me
everything.
enough time to expand. Blah, blah. Whereas I like, okay, this is where I'm going to put this. I'll come back and problem solve that later.
I don't know how you deal with traffic then.
So fun. It's so fun.
How do you deal with traffic? Because that would be a traffic.
Oh yeah. So my traffic jam comes up, and then I focus on that traffic jam, and I had to remove 300 dead bodies from my cemetery, relocate them, blow up the cemetery, and fix the on ramp there. But that was fun. That was a blast to me. I loved it.
Dude,
It's a good game.
Yeah.
roundabouts help a lot with traffic.
Oh, yeah, you
too.
know what? I'm on my newest off ramp. So you get your off ramps off the freeway. Instead of a one-way road, if you just build a big, and not the standard roundabout, but a big 6-lane roundabout, you're
Yeah.
golden. And then
Yeah.
you build off.
I think like it's kind of overkill on some of the roundabouts. I think, but I think that's their solution. Like I think that's how they designed the game. Roundabouts are
see
the
my
solution
city,
to
guys.
traffic.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm stoplight free.
Yeah.
Man, I I've dialed this in.
He has
Many hours of research.
I only put stoplights in my crappy district.
Well, no one has cars there.
No, they don't.
And then I played some Titanfall 2 with the
Good
community
game.
play. Super fun. Love that game. That is always a blast. Our next community play, it's not up yet on the calendar. It will be the Tiny Racer mode in
Forza.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto. Oh, okay, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That will be a ton.
That's
of
always fun. Anytime we do those racing ones, people join up. Come to those community
Absolutely.
games.
And that will be next month. And that brings us to the end of our show. It's been great. Big thank you to Andrew for coming on the show from the Level Up Network. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to and where can people find you?
City Skylines, Overwatch. I'm going to do Heroes of the Storm because they came out with their 2.0
Yeah, you better
patch.
get your 20 free heroes quick.
I already got them.
Oh, good.
I got all the tanks because I had everybody else.
Yeah, that's how I did. I just did what would give me more. But
Yeah.
you still have enough gems to like buy 2 or 3 more characters.
Oh, really? Oh,
Some
okay.
characters are 250, some are 70. You know, it just depends on which one.
okay.
Yeah.
And you get have you gotten the Genji skin? I already got it from the last time. They're just redoing the Oni Genji skin.
Yeah, aren't they doing something with Diva too?
I didn't see
I
it.
don't
on
know,
there.
yeah,
I don't-
maybe not.
So I'm at Mr. McSpicy on Twitter, and I'm just gonna. Hopefully, I can get a lot of game playing in. That's the goal.
All right.
Yeah, and you can find me on beam.pro/X1Bros, and you guys as well throughout the week. Go check out the streams. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Jordan, how about you? What will you be up to and where can people find you?
I'm gonna just kind of play it by ear this week. I don't really know what I want. I don't have any goals, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
You're goalless.
I'm gonna jump into.
That's rare for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into a few different games and just see how it goes. Just see where it takes me.
Excellent. Why don't we do a Madden match? Why don't we stream
Yeah, we
a
could.
Madden match?
Let's just see where it takes us.
Okay.
You know? That's-
Wow. It's a whole new Jordan.
Yeah.
This is a free,
Yeah.
free living, wheeling Jordan. I am XoneBros everywhere. I will be playing. I don't know what I'll be playing. I'm in the same boat as Jordan.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No
yeah.
goals, guys.
I don't know. No goals this week. I want to jump into I want to jump into Witcher because I've been watching McSpicy play Witcher.
Oh yeah, I played that too.
Yeah,
That game's fantastic.
but it's just such a big game. But what a good big game.
Yeah, for sure.
Big thank you to everybody for joining us. Next week, it's our Patreon drawing. It's the first podcast of the month. If you haven't, please go support the show. x1bros.com/support or Patreon. Even if it's just $1 a month, there is enough people. You can help us do this full time. It's what we want to do. We want to spread the word of positive gaming. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week.